So here I am, up here in front of you, and I'm scared! Scared out of my mind, but I'm always scared of everything, of anything. But this is a different type of scared, a heart-beating, leg-shaking, mind-racing type of scared. The type of scared where I swear my skeleton is going to jump out of my skin. And then you'll be able to see what I look like on the inside. Trust me, just as petrified as the outside of all my blood and guts and muscles and fat. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see a tiny piece of poetry that was never seen because I was scared of what you might think. Maybe this fear is the fear of disappointment, the fear that there is always going to be someone to disappoint and somehow I'll find a way to do it. Or maybe this fear is the fear that everything I do isn't good enough because I'm not good enough. But you know what? I would do the same thing as my skeleton because I was never comfortable in my skin, and at least this structure of bones could figuratively leave this stage. Meanwhile, I'm here, but I want to be here because every time I'm on stage, there's that one moment where I'm not afraid, where I'm confident, where everything is fine, and despite the stage fright, the audience, the bright lights, and this mic, things will turn out all right. As long as you're doing what you love to do, things are going to be all right. Sure, you can fear the future. Futures will always look scary when you focus on what makes them scary. Of course, worrying about money, climate change, and screwing up on stage will make things look scary. But 2 years ago, you were worrying about last year, and last year, you were worrying about this year, and this year, you're worrying about next year, and next year, you're worrying about the next year. I get it. You need to be prepared, I get it. Sometimes you just get scared, I get it. It's easier to complain than to try to make a change, I get it. You don't know what the future has in store, I get it, but you'll never know if you break down and cry on the floor. Without a doubt, there is so much more to be happy about than to be scared about. Like next year, you could have your most cherished memory. Next year, you could find a new hobby. Next year, you could meet a lifelong friend. Next year, you can meet the love of your life now. I didn't say this year because this year is more than halfway through and there's not a lot left to do. Either way, I'm sure some amazing things have happened. For example, this year, I discovered my love of poetry, wrote some poems and put in every piece of me. Wrote so many till it overflowed. I guess I have too much flow. I had to let it out before there was a drought. Asked anybody if it was any good. They thought I should just let it out. So every time I'm on stage and I'm afraid, I remember why I want to do this. After that, I'm not so scared.
Baby,